Hi, I'm Bill Sheehy from Latin American Masters in Los Angeles, California. And we're talking about Diego Rivera and the painting that we have in front of us, Los Braceros, oil on board, painted in 1944. A little bit of background on Diego Rivera. He was born in 1886, died in 1957. He is one of the most famous actually, muralists since the Renaissance. He did a series of murals in the early 1920s to the mid-20s in Mexico City, which are among the great masterpieces of the 20th century. By the late 30s, the muralist movement was very much in decline, and Rivera switched his energies to easel painting. And Los Braceros is a great example of that. Let's take a second and look at it, and then we'll talk about the specifics of the painting. I see essentially four major elements, figures in the painting. You have the two figures in the foreground, which appear to be sleeping. We can't see their faces. We do see their hats, which are shading their heads. We have another figure on the right of the composition, which also looks as if she's resting. She has her head down, and you see this wonderful kind of curve to her back. And then you have the star of the composition, which is this palm that's in the middle of the composition. And you can see that that palm, which has that sort of earthy reddish coloration, has been cut. It has those segments have been cut. I'm guessing that the narrative here is that those workers in the foreground are taking a rest after cutting those sections of palm. So Rivera is setting up a very interesting dialogue here between work and rest, work and repose. It has a sort of dreamlike quality to it. You can see the way in which, even though we can't see the top of the tree, there's a sense that the palm, or perhaps other trees, are helping to shade the environment in which all three figures rest in. Rivera's also done a great job of simplifying the figures so that they're quite bold. You know, you have it's a small painting, but it has a real big impact. Those large, luscious hats that they have on their head, and the simplification of the upper body with the white shirts. You can see their shoulders and elbows, and then just a peek of their shoes popping out behind them. That's enough to give the feeling of the work. It gives it this bold, almost sculptural value. Same with the figure in the background. Very simplified, but it really makes the point that the figure is resting because the gesture itself, the position of the body, is so clear. This is classic Diego Rivera in the sense that it has an everyday theme. It has embedded within it the idea of a work, of the laborer, of the common man. And it has this sort of idyllic quality of a moment's rest in an otherwise burdensome life for people who have to go out there and work with their hands for a living. I hope you've enjoyed this brief conversation on Diego Rivera. We'll be doing another. I hope you can see that as well. Thank you.